So previously we have done the exhaust system and the wheel trail system, and it was the brakes on. We do have perfect stick now. So today's tutorial is the nitrous. We will put the nitrous functionality, and I think it will be a big tutorial, so I will chunk it into the two parts. First will be the FX part, and second will be the physics thruster part. So today I will cover the FX part, and we will just also cover the some basics of the Niagara as we have done before. Before that, I want to just add some. Let me close this. Some assets. One is panna.png. Let me remove this. Let me remove this too. So you need these two assets for the current one. So I will just put the link of these two in the description. So let's start the project. First, I will just create a folder called nitrous. Nitrous. Yep. So same texture, materials, textures. Yep. So I will just put the texture inside the texture, and uh, I want to put the sound too, so I will just include the sound here. Okay, so we do have everything in place. Yep. So I will just right click, go to FX, go to the Niagara emitter. What I will do, I will just make a Niagara emitter for the nitrous from the existing one. So just go to the new emitter from our template, click next. I will just choose the static beam. We will modify it with our taste. So just click finish, and I will name it as Niagara emitter nitrous. Nitrous static. uh, I think I will just nitrous beam. Actually, we need two components, so I'm just naming it the nitrous beam. So currently we do have this beam, and it is not looking that effective. So what I will do, we will just change its material. Go to the render, go to its material, just copy it. So go back to our FX nitrous, go to the texture, no sorry, material, control V. Okay, so what I will do, I will just I want just the panel thing, because it's just kind of static and it is not fun. So I will do that. So just bring this texture first, which we have included. Textures. Yep. uh, yep. So the first thing is I want to superimpose it, but with the panel. So I will just add panel. What panel do, it just move the texture in X or Y coordinate. So I will just connect it to the UV, and I will put the access speed to 1, and let's see how. Start preview node. See, it is just panning. We can increase its speed if I multiply it by 5, or see. So if we increase it further, like 10, see, you are just getting the moving effect. So let's stop previewing, and what I will do, I will just add it, and I will put it in the, nope, add. I'm just try to like do things here. One more thing, I will just multiply it. So, and I will just name, I will add a scalar. Press 1 and click left, it will create a variable for you, and I will turn it to the convert to parameter power. So the default value will be 1. So I will just add this. And for the opacity, we can also add it to the opacity. Okay. So what we will do, we will just replace our default material with the new one. I will just rename it called m underscore nitrous beam, and let's put it in the remote renderer. So as you can see here, we are just getting some moving thing. Yep. Okay, so the next thing is yep, so it is just kind of static. What I will do, I will just create one more effect. Right click with that fx diagrammeter, and I will go for fountain. Just click finish. I will rename it as ne underscore nitrous particles. So the thing is, I will just combine these two right now. So I will just put it here, and they will just create a depth effect, something like that. So first I will just remove the gravity. I will slightly move the cone, like it is in the z direction. I don't want that, so just 0. I want it in the x direction. It is also in the x direction. Okay, good. Next I want it like this is very slow, like moving very slow. I will just increase its speed. So I will just like 2000 to 3000. Sorry, it's 200, right? 2000 to 3000 maybe. Next I will, okay, let's combine these two, then we will look at it. Just right click, go to the create Niagara system, just rename it as ns underscore nitrous. If you will go to this system, it is just showing me this laser, but I want to add one more. So add emitter nitrous particle. Okay, so right now we do have very large particles, so I will just decrease its size. So go to the initialize particle. And we will put it to 1 to 1.2 maybe. So they are just very small, and let's see how it is behaving here. Okay, we do have it, but they are very small. So I will just increase it to 2 to 5 maybe. 2 to 5. Okay. Yep, great. Okay, next thing, this thing is visible for very short amount of time, so let's adjust that. So I will just go to its emitter property. First I will just go for the local space. I don't want it to be the world space. For the timing, lubrication is 4, that is good for me. Or I will go to 1. Okay, spawn time 100 count. Okay, lifetime is 3. I will choose 1. Okay, next thing is, okay, let's see. Okay, so We want this, but the next thing is the color of these balls are very different, and I want it to be blue like the this one. uh, so first I will change the color of this beam. So for this, go to initialize particle. Nope. Okay, we do have the color. So what I will do, I will just add multiply. So what we okay, I'll just control Z so we can have the value of it. Just I'm just copying the value. Click OK. Multiply linear color, and I will just put the value. Okay, and here I will just float, make from fold. Okay, so I will just write 50. So no, it is too dense. 10 maybe. No, 5, 1, 2. Okay, 2 is good. Next thing, you do think that this is going up and then it is going down. So it is the beam width. So what I will do, I will like add one more curve. See, here you are getting the effect. Okay, let's see how it is looking. This is looking something better. Now I will put the same color inside the particle. So scale color, no, I don't want the scale color. uh, I will just put the color inside the initialize particle. So just paste that color here, and the same method, multiply. Okay, just put the same color here. Okay, float, make vector 4 from float. So what I'm doing here, I'm just multiplying the intensity of it. So I will just 30 maybe. So let's see how it is looking inside. See, now they are syncing, the colors are syncing. Okay, this is good. But one more thing, the trail is very long. See, so for the life, I will just decrease the life of the particles. So spawn loop, spawn rate, initialize particle. Okay, so we do have the life from 1.4 to 1.75. I'll just go for 1.1 to 1.2 maybe. Let's see if it is still long. Maybe zero point 0.5 will be good. Zero point 0.5. Let's see. No. 0.2. Zero point 0.2. Yep, it is good. Okay, so I will just choose from 1.1, zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2. Okay. So now our like the Niagara system is ready to go. Like now we just need to attach this to our car. Okay. So how we will do that? Okay, so how we will do that inside our code? So, so I will just tell you a new approach. So what we will do? So this is our existing car. I will just put the nitrous functionality inside the shift button. So when we will put like press the shift button, it will like add some components at runtime, and as soon as I will press like I will release the shift key, I will just delete those components. So our car will run as efficient as we want. Now you will ask why we haven't done the same thing with the trail thing and all. The trail thing is very common and it will be used like every time. But the nitrous system will be used when we will pick up the item, when we will pick the nitrous. Let's imagine that player doesn't pick the nitrous, so we don't need that. So that's why we are not adding the component at the initially. So we will do it randomly. Okay, I mean runtime. So this is our Visual Studio. So what we will do here, we will create two Niagara component, and yep, and we will place it at the one and second exhaust. We already have made two sockets for the that were for the exhaust, so we will use the same sockets for that. Okay, so let's start the Visual Studio part. First, I will just go to the private thing, and here, like below exhaust, as they are just sharing the same socket for Niagara. Uh, uh, sorry, it will be nitrous. So void enable nitrous, void dis disable nitrous. Okay, so let's create the two function. Just alt enter, generate definition by declaration, click finish. So we do have the definition of these two, but we haven't binded it with any keys, so let's do that. uh, Go to the project settings, it is here, go to input. So we do have the key for brakes and all, but we don't have any for nitrous, so I will just include it the nitrous, and I will do that with the shift button, shift, the left shift or the right shift, shift. So we are done with the input. So what we will do, I will just connect these two functions with our binding. How we will do that? Just go to the setup player input, copy these two because we have done this before, right? I will just replace the brakes. Let me delete this. This is I think I have done something wrong. Okay, I will just fix it. I think I have deleted the brakes input, so I will just create that again. I That was with the space bar, no, space bar. Yep, so we are done with the input. Now we need to connect the function with the nitrous pressed. I want to enable nitrous, yes, and I want to disable nitrous. So here we have to tell that okay, you want to enable the nitrous, so I will just initialize, or I will add a Niagara component here. Okay, but we do need the variables for that, like we do have for the exhaust one. So just go to the header files, and I will do that below the exhaust, nitrous effects, nitrous effects. Okay, so let me so first thing, the component part will not be available. I don't want to expose it to the blueprint, so I won't put the u property there. But I want to because we have to set the system. See, there is big difference between the Niagara component and the system. Let me tell you the difference first. Go to the character BP. So here, uh, at the left hand side, the Niagara component is the whole thing, the module. This is the whole module, and the system. This is the asset. See, so we have just put the asset here. So we want to have this asset reference there. So uh, I will just create a variable for that. Okay. So first, let's create the variable for the U Niagara system, uh, and It is just asking me to include the header file of this. Just press it, or you can just just like this is huge. Let me open in the Chrome. So just go here, U Niagara system, and you can get the header file for it. I don't know why I'm getting inside the Niagara, but uh, the build is working. So here you can just put the Niagara system here and it will work. uh, okay, I don't know why it is doing that to me. First, or else what you can also do, you can just click remove this and just press class, so it will just get the class on its own. And I will just ns nitrous. Ns is stand for Niagara system. Okay, next thing, I will define two Niagara component. So it will be nc underscore nitrous left, copy paste, and it will be nitrous right. As we need two components, one is for the left exhaust and one for the right exhaust, and I will just connect this Niagara system as the asset, and I will include it inside these two. Okay, so but these two are not initialized. I won't initialize it in the uh, what do we say, constructor. Okay, so because I want to add it in the runtime, so I will just include it in the enable nitrous function. So first I will check if we have the valid Niagara system. So nitrous, if it is not valid, then I won't include anything, I will just return it. First I will put a log ue underscore log temp warning, you when set up the Niagara system, the BP car. So I'm just writing a function. So okay, I get to know, okay, what is the problem. So just return. Okay, so I will now, here's the big part, I will define these two component. Okay, so what I will do, I will just create a function void in it. Init stands for the initialize, init Niagara nitrous. uh, and for the parameter, want it to be as you Niagara component and since Niagara component, comma, yep, I don't want anything else for the, yep, but I want socket name too. So f name socket name, it will be the capital N, f name socket name. Okay, we haven't declared it inside the header file, that is why it is giving me this error. I don't want it to expose any in child class, so I will put it in the private. Okay, so just below the enable and disable nitrous. Okay, just go to the function. Here we will so what we will do in enable nitrous, I will just yes, one more thing. So we will just initialize here. So nc equals to new object. Here you have to type which type do you want. I want u Niagara component. I want it to be in this class, and here we have to specify the Next here we have to put the class. So it will be the u Niagara component static class. Static class. I'm not getting. Okay, have I made some mistake? U Niagara component. Yeah. Okay. Next, I want to set up the attachment. I will attach it to the mesh. So nc dot. Okay. Okay. I think I have done a mistake that spelling. It will be the Niagara. I have to do the same thing inside the header file. That is why those options were not available before. nc set up attachment. No. Okay. I don't know why it is red, but let's see. The functions are not showing up. So set up attachment get mesh. Yep. Comma. Here I want to put socket name. So what I'm doing here, I am currently attaching with the mesh, but I am also specifying the socket, so it will attach there. Okay. So next is I will connect the Niagara system to the Niagara component. So set asset nitrous. Yep. Yeah. So here is the most important thing that we are creating this component at runtime. So that is why to have physical representation inside the world, we have to register it. So nc register component, and here I will return nc. Okay. So the thing is we are currently returning void. So I will just change it to the a Niagara component pointer. Okay. So let's I'm just trying to build so I can get if there are any error or not. I don't know why I'm getting these red lines. The other projects are working fine. So I'm getting this error, and I think I again misspelled it, as it will be u Niagara component. Now we can start building again. So it's succeeded. So what we will do, we will just call nc nitrous l and equals to init nitrous, and I will pass nc underscore l comma the socket name will be the okay, just let me just copy it. Just, or I think we don't need to do this. I will just cross paste and yep. Okay, so I'm just saving the reference. So yeah, right. Yes. So control C, control V. It will be the left, and it will be the right. Perfect. So it's a succeed. The problem was, as I have, when I was defining the nc underscore nitrous L, I just didn't put the A. I don't know why intelligence. What is Niagara without A? Okay. So we have compiled successfully. So in when I'm enabling the nitrous, so I we have just created it, and what we will do, we will just activate it also. nc underscore, sorry, activate. So what do you mean by activate? Because when you are creating the component, it is not the auto activate, so that is why we are just activating it. When we are disabling the nitro, we will check if nc underscore nitrous l and nc underscore nitrous right, the two are on, then I will just delete the component. So destroy component. Same with the r, destroy component. But before that, I will just deactivate it. So deactivate, deactivate. Yeah, it will be the R. That's perfect. So let's test it in action. So Control Shift B, then we will head over to the Unreal. Perfect. So it's a successful build. Go to the Unreal. Go to the character BP inside our car. So we should have a new variable. Let's check. See, ns nitrous. So we will just pin into the ns nitrous, the new one which we have created. Control save, and let's test if it is working or not. So I'm just pressing the shift button and it is working, but I don't see the particles. So they are in the opposite direction. I don't know why. So we will just do something for it, but we are done with this the Visual Studio thing, so I will just close it. Okay, for the direction, just go to the FX, Nitrous, go to the particle. Don't know, they I think they are facing in the same way, because see, they are facing in the same direction. Let's check once again. Okay, maybe then I will just change the direction of the velocity in cone. I will just okay, okay, nitrous particle velocity in cone. I will put x1. Click save. Let's test it out. Okay, perfect. Now we have this nitrous function. But the thing is, we don't have any action. Like, it is not going at the great speed. So this was just the fx part for today. So we will add the functionality in next class. So this was it for today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Take care.